amazed at the gap in the score. For the first time this week, someone broke 1,000. Thought you were going to be the first one to break
I was
1,000.
so
You almost
close.
got there. All right, man. It's week 9 has just ended here on Stat Nerds. We've made it through our ninth week, our ninth matchup for the Fantasy Podcast. Did you think that last week was going to go the week it went, or the way it went?
I have to pull it back up. Hold on.
Because there's a lot of surprises from last week that I kind of want to unpack a little bit as we break this one down for today. Because I think it was probably one of our best weeks in general for the fantasy season, in my opinion.
Okay. Majority of it, yes.
Why?
Because as far as Ethan goes, absolutely not. I did not expect that at all. But it's, you're welcome.
As you managed his team again.
I did. Just like it was a major upset last week because you got so mad at me for managing his team. Let me let him fail. Like, what am I gonna do? Let him fail. Now he has access to his stuff, so now it is on him. If he screws up and he does not put stuff in the right places and he loses, it's not my fault. And then I told him how to do it, so it's up to him. As far as everything else, no, kind of to be expected. I was thinking Mr. John Shipley would have beat you, but he did not.
I was just amazed at the gap in the score. For the first time this week, someone broke 1,000. Thought you were going to be the first one to break 1,000.
So
you almost got there. You were so close. And I got 1,073 in 1 week, and it was a 240 point difference between me and Rose. That was not how I thought that was going to go. It was not. And still, a lot of his players earned a lot of points, but he had so many people that were on the bench that decided to hit well. Then he would move them the next day, and they would not hit well, and the one on the bench hit better. Yeah. So a lot of back and forth for Rose, and that was kind of just, I loved watching that. I really loved watching that. I enjoyed Corey's texts about, I'm going to beat Marith, I'm going to lose. Oh no, I'm going to lose. So it was incredible to watch the emotions of, I want this win, and I didn't get this win. Darn it.
I said, when Corey loses, everybody wins.
And I was actually impressed by the kids' 800 points over Ethan's 714. Another good scoring week for Ethan, but one of the better weeks for the kid in terms of points. Yes, you were managing his team, but they actually showed up this week, and not just for presences on the field. They actually did something. So a lot of good points there. And then you had the CPU, so we weren't worried about you having that victory.
I just made sure I had pitching in all week and just let it roll. Didn't have to pay attention to anything else.
Which, that's the way to do it. I mean, what I find really interesting is there were 3 players last week over 100 points. Arraez, Guerrero, and Olsen. And then almost everybody was between 60 and 80, with a couple 90 points and a couple high 80s. But almost everybody was in that mid-range of point values that everyone had for top earners. So there were a lot of good teams or balanced performers, but no one really stood out as like the dominant force for the week, like they have in the last couple of weeks,
No, not at all.
which is interesting. And like we've said, baseball starts in June. This week is the
technically starts July, like right before July.
You think
very
July?
first week of July, yeah. The week before
Well,
the All-Star
yeah.
break is kind of there. When you get about 85 games in, it's roughly when it actually starts.
Well, that's when the wild card race really starts to kick in.
No, that's when the whole
is
thing, because
leading
you can go from being number one and then playing like absolute garbage afterwards. So in reality, it doesn't really matter. It's entirely starts then.
I still think it starts in late May when it's the first 60 games are over. Now everyone's really starting to play baseball. So that's just me. When we look at everyone by the week last week, the number one earner for points last week in one day was me at 288. And then you had a 180, Corey had a 222, Mears had a 221, the kids at a 236, Ethan at a 159, Rose at 183, and then Shane at a 110. I find it funny that Shane actually got 110 points one day, rather than being on 100 for all of them. So he actually earned some points there. And the highest person with the most points per day on the bench was Rose at 48.5 points a day on average. And the lowest points, 19. Corey had 107 points on the bench last week. 107 points on the bench. That could have made the difference for him right there if he had tweaked it just a little bit. Which is interesting. What do you think about that?
I think that a lot of this could have changed. Let me go back because I was literally just there. A lot of it could have changed if one thing would have. Anything could have changed this week because everybody was super. Well, besides me, like we don't count that. Because everybody is besides you, within 60 of each other.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, 60 to 70.
And if we go back to week 2, which was the match where everyone was against each other again last time, all of those games were pretty close except for the one against you and Shane. Like, of course, it was you against Shane, but like Ethan won last time against the kid. Corey won last time against Meredith, and then I still won against Rose last time. But those games were a lot closer than this week's games in week 9. So it's interesting to see how everything has shifted and continues to evolve. And I'm wondering what it's going to look like next week as we, like you and I already talked about our game this week.
Yes.
I have 10 pitchers. You have 12. And we're looking at a lot of good competition there. But if my batters don't show up, I'm not going to win this week.
And so far, they're not showing up. No,
I did not do as good as I could have hoped for day number 1.
Well, also you had more hitting than I did by far. I had 4 holes or 3 holes. You did not. You had 1.
I had a postponed game for my first baseman and my my first baseman and my catcher I didn't have there, and I had no pitchers today except for my relievers.
And then tomorrow you have 1.
Yeah.
And I have 3. Oh no, I have 1 as well. Me and you both have 1 tomorrow. And 1 tomorrow. Yeah, because I'm leaving Gosman out.
And I have 2 on Wednesday. Yeah, I have 2 on Wednesday. None on Thursday, again. And then I have 4 on Friday, 3 on Saturday. And none on Sunday. We're going to see how it goes. I got a doubleheader tomorrow, a doubleheader chance to get some good points in there. And
I hope they get injured on the first pitch of the first at bat. That's what I hope.
Well, be nice.
No.
Be nice.
Me be nice? It's funny.
So when it comes to overall standings in the league right now, I am now the ultimate number one with 7-2. Rose and Ethan are both 6-3. You are 5-4. You are just barely over 500 at a .556, whereas Mirith and the Kid are at a 4-5, so they're just barely under 500. Shane's at a 1-8, so he's the ultimate last place. And then Corey, talking so much crap last week about getting closer to being at 500, taking over that and then being able to sit in that first or that tied for second place. Now he's fourth in the analog era, or sorry, the digital era, and he's taking that back seat pretty hard.
I need to beat you. That's what it's coming down to, because I can't rely on Shane here.
No.
I just can't. I can't rely on him. If I rely on him, things are gonna go badly, and I can't rely on him for Jack Diddley squat this time. So
yeah, well, I mean, for this week, we've Rose has a free win against Shane, so they are going to be at 7-3 come out of this week. If you don't beat me, I am 8-2.
I have to beat you.
If you beat me,
if I do, then I'm tied. Well, I'll be close to being tied.
You go 6-4. You'd be one game behind both Rose and I in the analog era, and we would almost all be tied for that spot again, which would be interesting. But we've got Mirith and the Kid this week playing each other. They're both tied for second, so someone's coming out at 500 and someone's going to be behind. And then Ethan is going against Corey this week. Ethan, if he wins, he's going to go 7-3, and he could potentially put Corey at 3-7, so even further back in that race for that spot. So we'll see how that game goes.
The bad part is that he does not have. Excuse me. For tomorrow, he does not have Tyler Glasnow in per this, so he's going to be out of
Ethan?
pitcher. No, the Kid doesn't.
Oh.
So he's going to be out of pitcher, and I don't think I should go in and change it now that he has full access.
Just let him do it.
He had a chance to do it today. He didn't do it.
That's on him, man. It's on him.
That's how I see it.
But I mean, tomorrow, Corey's got 3 pitchers starting against Mirith. And Mirith tomorrow has... Where'd it go? Has nobody pitching tomorrow. So if Corey can't take this lead against the Kid, or sorry, Mirith against the Kid, if Mirith can't keep this lead or get close, then on Wednesday and Thursday, where they have 8 people pitching over 2 days, it's going to be interesting.
According to this, he's got 7 total between now and the end of the week. Whoa, Mirith has nothing. Nothing today and tomorrow? No pitching today and tomorrow?
Mirith has 4 the 29th and 4 on the 30th.
Okay, so if it's kept the same and he doesn't change anything, it's going to be 8 versus 8. That's what it's going to be.
Well, and Mirith has 2 more on the weekend.
Yeah.
So she's going to be at 10 for the week.
Whereas he's not if he doesn't change it.
Yeah.
So
that's ultimately up to the Kid now.
Yeah, I'm done. It's out of my hands. He had a chance. I told him what to do. He didn't listen to me. He has not listened to me. I told him go through each week and just to be safe, go through and change it to where it's whatever is labeled as a pitcher for the week, move it during that day, and it'll adjust to the following day for it. So.
Speaking of pitchers, did you look at Ethan's pitching staff for the week?
No, I did not.
He's got 3 on Saturday, none on Friday, none on Thursday, 2 on Wednesday, and 2 tomorrow. He has a total of 10.
What is up with this weird week?
I don't know.
And like usually Thursdays are also usually the off days. Now we have 2 off days this week?
Yeah,
Monday and Thursday?
Wednesday for some people, Thursday for some people. For me, my big days this week were today with like almost nobody, and then of course Thursday again. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be pretty interesting seeing how this all goes down.
Because I'm actually stacked on Tuesday, so tomorrow I'm stacked on Wednesday, Thursday not so much.
I'm gonna pull up the actual MLB schedule. I'm gonna see what the MLB schedule looks like for the week.
It's probably really weird, honestly.
Yeah, Monday's games. There are only 11 games today. There's 16 tomorrow and 16 on Wednesday. On Thursday, there's 8 games on Thursday.
That's it?
There's 16 on Friday and Saturday, and then on Sunday there's 16. So yeah, it's like a really minimalistic week for games. Which a lot of people have been playing 4-game series. A lot of teams are going into 3 games or 2-game series or traveling back home. So a lot of stuff is going to start flipping a little bit as we get out of the expanded series back to the smaller series. That could be factoring into this.
That might be actually be the reason why. That might actually be the reason why that we're sitting at a weird schedule for the week is because of that.
Yeah. Ultimately, that's what probably is doing it right now.
100%.
So that makes more sense as to why this week looks weird. So it's going to be a lot lower scoring of a week, but this one's going to matter more because it puts everyone closer to each other for standings. And if I want to hold on to this lead, I got to do well. I've got to do well this week. So we'll see how it goes.
You're at a impasse like I was a couple weeks ago. Do you let it ride with the 8 or the 9 that you got, or do you change stuff up and drop pitchers that you hope fingers crossed that you don't lose and can ever recover?
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I have a strong pitching staff. I just need them to pitch. That's all I need. So I just need them to perform, and I'll do fine.
Yeah, because if you were to drop any one of them, I probably would be picking them up too.
Yeah, because they're all good pitchers. So,
make sure you drop Sale though. If you're gonna drop anybody, make sure you drop Sale.
No, I'm not dropping Sale.
Do it.
I am not dropping Sale.
Do it.
The 3 pitchers I will never drop. Or
Sale, you could drop Suarez.
Or Suarez.
I
am not dropping Suarez.
Do it. Come on, drop Suarez. Do it.
Nice.
All right, fine.
Nice.
Class A. Drop Class A. You can drop Class A though, right? You can drop Class A.
I'm not dropping Cleese. Are you kidding me? But
actually, you should drop Imanaga. That's who you should drop.
I am not dropping Imanaga. I'm not dropping my Cy Young contestant right there.
I wish I could get Bryce Miller from I think Ethan has him because he plays really well.
Yes, he does. So that's how I think the next week's going to go. Who do you think is going to win next week?
Who do I think is going to win next week?
This week. Sorry, this week.
Let me go back to the lineup. Let me go back to the actual home. Hold on. I would say because I have a 2-pitcher up on you or 3-pitcher. Actually, no, I have 4 pitch. 3. You have 8 this week, right?
I have 10 this week.
I'll probably choose me because that gives me 2 over. And then I'm hoping. Well, where are they at? Hold on. And then for me, it doesn't really matter who wins that. So probably Ethan, and then them not saying the kid's going to win because now he has full access to his stuff. And I really don't think he's going to be able to manage because he has full access to his stuff, and I don't think he fully understands what I told him. And then there is Shane, which I'll vote for the underdog. No, I'm kidding. He won't win. There's no way. There's no way. So probably Rose.
So you're looking at you, Ethan, Meredith, and Rose winning this week.
Yeah.
That's where I was going to go with this too, because when we look at the pitching staff between the two of us, I'm looking at you taking that over because you got a couple more pitchers than me going, and your hitters are on fire. And if Mike can't figure it out, then I'm going to be in trouble. With Ethan, he's got. I believe he's going to take over Corey because Corey struggles with maintaining consistency in points. He's at least scoring 800 on average every week, but with this week, with he spikes a couple days with the number of pitchers and then he drops.
Yeah.
So if his pitchers do bad again, like they did a couple weeks ago, he's going to be in some serious trouble. And then Mirith has been doing a phenomenal job of maintaining high 800s. And the kid's been maintaining high 700s. So now that he's taken over, if he can't maintain that trend, he's not going to be even close. So I'm just going to go with Mirth on that one. And then, free win to Rose. I'm going to be surprised if Shane wins another game.
Honestly, I think one of these days he's going to actually start doing something, and he's going to come back and surprise us all.
Do you think he's going to?
At some point, yeah. But we'll see. we'll see. Like, the only thing I really say is we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see, because, I mean, it's going to be an interesting week. It's going to be a pretty quick week. It's going to be a lot going on, and we're going to see how Week 10 turns out. And as we get closer and closer to the All-Star break, we have 4 more weeks. No, we have 5 more weeks until the All-Star break.
We have 5 more weeks?
5 more weeks until Week 16, when it's the All-Star week. So Week 16 is when everything's going to start flipping, and it's going to be interesting. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Yeah, it'll be an interesting week. But that's it for Week 9. It's been a pretty quick one, and we're going to see how it goes coming into the end of Week 9 or end of Week 10 next week on Monday. Catch you guys then.